Hi everyone, it's Veronica and I'm here with a project share today. I signed up for a swap over at Mini Album Scraps and it was called 3D Springtime Tag Swap, hosted by Leah Cordell. And we had to make 4 tags to send in, and it had to be all kinds of springtime images and again 3D. This is the paper pack that I used. It is a recollection stack called Floral Foliage, and these are some of the papers in the stack. Really pretty, some glittery. We had to embellish the front of the tags. Really didn't have to embellish the back side, but of course make them something that you would like to receive. So I want to share my tags with you before I send them off. Oh, and this stack was one that I got from Michaels. I think it was 2 weeks ago when they had some of their select paper stacks for 70% off. So I caught it for $5.99, and they are supposed to do that again. So you might want to be on the lookout for that. Okay. And this is my first tag. What I did was added a little ball chain at the top and some seam binding. These are Wild Orchid Craft flowers. This is a recollection flower. This bird was an Ashland bird. It came on a stem with several birds on it, and I used gold alcohol ink. I cut the, and hopefully you can see that, the music notes from the quarter note cartridge, Cricut cartridge. This cage is an Impression Obsession die, and there is a bird under there in the cage. Let's see, okay. There's the bird, and that is a recollection bird. And then this die cut is an MS Punch, and the name escapes me right now. And this is some trim that I had in my stash. And the back side, we just had to make sure we had that covered. Okay, that's tag number 1. Number 2. Trying to get that all in frame. I just put some tulle at the top. This paper was pretty glittery. I don't know if the camera is picking it up. I placed a doily on here. These stems were from Michaels. From the Ashland section. These are some vellum butterflies that have pearl trim. I used an EK Success punch here to cut the grass. Added some trim across the top. And this was the paper on the back side. My next one, I went with the yellows and browns, and this is just a ribbon at the top. I added a flower with some leaves. These bees, I think, were recollections. I added some recollection pearls there. The green floral cuts are from the Cricut cartridge, Walk in My Garden. These were buttons that I cut the shanks off the back, and I also cut this pot from Walk in My Garden. This is popped up, and this was some moss that I had here that you use in flower pots, so I just cut some of that off and added that to the top of the pot. And this is the back side of the tag. And the last one, went with the blues on this one, tulle at the top. This is an K & Company butterfly, and just added some recollection bling here. I added a stick pin with the butterfly on it, and that butterfly came from Hobby Lobby. These are all Wild Orchid Craft flowers, except this white one in here and this one, and that came from an Etsy shop. This is a recollection flower, And then I just added some trim at the bottom, and this came from Joann's, and this is the back side of the tag. All right, I want to thank you for watching today, and also consider, if you have not already, coming over to Mini Album Scraps to join in on some of the swaps. There are lots of things going on, lots of talented people. Come on over and be inspired, and you can inspire someone as well. Thank you again. I would love to hear your comments, and happy scrapping.